Nick, I love you. Just stay strong here. Just stay strong. That's the one that did it. That last one went in. He's the one that did the shooting. So after they heard this gunshot.
There you go.
Kim, I'm here. I love you.
First, tell us what's going on today. I know there was...
Well, yeah, today we had scheduled preliminary hearings for Kimberly and Nicholas Forbes, as well as Jonte Bishop. All three cases have been continued at this point in time. With regard to Forbes, the two Forbes cases, they've been continued at our request. And the Jonte Bishop case has been continued at the request of their lawyer. He's now represented by the Public Defender's Office. The reason we requested a continuance in the Forbes case is really quite simple. They both showed up today represented by the same lawyer. You know, people sometimes don't realize this, but the district attorney's office has an obligation to make sure that defendants have competent counsel. And one attorney cannot represent the interests of two people when they are both accused of the same crime and very well may be witnesses against each other. You know, they always say you can't serve two masters. I mean, that's really the theory here. You can't, one attorney can't talk to both of these people and tell them what's in their best interest if the interest of one might hurt the interest of the other. It's really unfortunate that because the family of Mr. Deneen was here today, and you know, they have to be told that the case is being continued. And really, it's not like Mr. Crawford doesn't know this. He's twice in the last 18 months, or maybe 2 years, been before the court and told you cannot represent two defendants in these circumstances. And I guess he needs to be told a third time, but we're going to file a petition in the Court of Common Pleas today, asking that Mr. Crawford be removed as counsel from these cases. I don't know if he has to be removed from both of them really at this point, because he presumably has talked to both of them and has attorney-client privilege with both of them now, and now he's going to try to represent, well, and right now he's trying to represent both of them. I don't know how he can even proceed to represent even one of them at this point. It's really absurd.
Does Bishop have an attorney at this point?
Yeah, Mr. Bishop is represented by the Public Defender's Office. Karen Hickey is his attorney. I spoke to her this morning, and she wanted to continue the cases for a number of reasons. One, to further look at the reports, the discovery that we're able to give her at this time, and also to find out what's going to happen with the Forbes cases.
As far as Mr. Gillespie, then, what's his status?
He's scheduled for 9 a.m. next Wednesday.
I see the family over here. I'm not sure that they're willing to talk with us. I mean, you've talked with them. What's going through their head right now? Why?
Well, yeah, there's a senseless killing here. They've lost a son, a brother, a loved one, and they're at a loss for words. They want answers to questions that we can't answer at this point in time because it's still an ongoing investigation. We don't have a whole lot of information about the motive or exactly what led up to the killing. We are certain that we have the right people in custody and they're charged appropriately. The background leading up to that is still under investigation, and we want to be able to answer their questions, but it's premature to do that now. So they have unanswered questions. They're still grieving. They haven't even had the funeral for their son yet, and they're certainly in a difficult position as a family.
Are you able to answer? Do you believe drugs were involved?
You know, I'm not going to comment on the motive at this point in time, but that's under investigation. I've been in close contact with Trooper Martini, who's the investigator on this case. In fact, she was here this morning, and there's still some leads they're following up on, and we'll be able to discuss that motive down the road here, but I don't want to comment on the motive at this time.
More arrests possible? Is there any possibility of more people being brought in on that?
Yeah, there's always that possibility. At this point in time, we believe we have all people who are involved in custody. At least in the shooting aspect of this thing, we're very confident we have all people involved charged appropriately. But could the other charges stem from what occurred leading up to this or what occurred afterwards? That's always a possibility.
So according to the police complaints, the killings took place at the Forbes home?
That's correct.
In the driveway?
That's correct.
Where was Nicholas Forbes at the time of the actual killing? Was he inside, outside standing?
I don't want to comment on that part of the case at this point in time because there are some conflicting statements on that, and we want to make sure we have all the information before we only talk about things that we know. And that part, there's still some speculation as to what occurred, and we're piecing that together.
So you'll let us know when this hearing is with Attorney Crawford.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. Anybody else?
Thanks, Bill. I appreciate
Yep.
it.
Thank you.